you have a right to perform where you want to perform.
I think Sunny's dumb. Is certainly not the brightest person. And what she just said just doesn't make any sense.
The battle between Joe Rogan and Sunny Hostin has turned into a full-blown showdown, and it's shaking up the media world. Are you ready to know what really went down between them, and how Carrie Underwood became the centre of it all? Hit that subscribe button now to stay ahead of the chaos, and get the real story before anyone else does. Aitaya began with a performance that was meant to be a simple act of patriotism. Carrie Underwood, America's sweetheart and Grammy-winning country powerhouse, took the stage at Donald Trump's inauguration. She belted out America the Beautiful, filling the air with power and soul. A classic country moment, right? For most, it was just an artist showing love for the flag, the nation, and the moment.
I agree with you, Joy. I can't sing a lick, but I certainly, and I have not been asked, but if I were asked, it would be a hard no.
But for others, specifically some voices on daytime TV, it wasn't that simple. Sunny Hostin, the outspoken co-host of The View, didn't just shake her head at Carrie's performance. She lit it up with criticism, saying, "If I were asked to sing, that would be a hard no." Sunny didn't stop there. She implied Carrie's performance wasn't about patriotism, but about cozying up to Trump for political clout. "You can't claim to love America and be part of a system that's convicted," she said, accusing Carrie of aligning with a political agenda that went against her values.
A extremely tough spot to be in. Nerves everywhere, but different kinds of nerves, because at the end of the day, I'm still here.
Carrie's reaction? She didn't respond directly to Sunny's comments, but kept it classy, saying, "I've always done what I think is right for me. I'm proud of my performance." The stage was set for a clash that would reverberate across social media and beyond. Sunny didn't stop there. Nah, she took it to another level. She took her disdain public, questioning how Carrie could claim to love America and still perform at a Trump-led event. She even suggested that Carrie's actions betrayed her country. "How can you sing for a man who's done so much damage to our nation?" Sunny said, doubling down on her criticism. To say this didn't sit well with Carrie's fans would be an understatement. Social media was on fire. Hashtags like #Carrie deserves better exploded, and Facebook pages dedicated to Carrie were calling out Sunny for what many perceived as disrespect and shading. One viral tweet summed it up. Sunny Hostin just accused Carrie Underwood of selling her soul for singing a song. What dimension are we in? Fans were enraged. Carrie's fan base, usually soft-spoken and loyal, had no chill when it came to defending their girl. They were ready for battle. Sunny, however, stood firm, later stating, "I said what I said and I stand by it. Everyone is entitled to their opinion." Now, here's where it gets really interesting. Carrie Underwood didn't clap back on Twitter or Instagram. She didn't fire off a shady TikTok post. Nope. Carrie kept it classy and stayed silent. But trust, that silence spoke volumes. She wasn't just letting it go. And just when everyone thought she was going to let this slide, boom, the legal papers dropped. Carrie Underwood filed a defamation lawsuit against Sunny Hostin and a few other co-hosts on The View. This wasn't just a Twitter spat anymore. It was a full-blown legal battle. Carrie's legal team claimed Sunny's comments were reckless, damaging to her reputation, and actionable in court. They argued that the statements crossed the line from criticism to character assassination. In the entertainment industry, where your image is everything, this was a big deal. Fans were pumped. Carrie wasn't backing down, and they were here for the fight. And just when you thought the drama couldn't get any hotter, enter Joe Rogan. The king of podcasts and undisputed lord of the cultural hot takes. On the Joe Rogan Experience, Joe didn't just weigh in on the situation, he dropped the mother of all bombs. He didn't just criticise Sunny Hostin, he came for The View as a whole. If you average out the IQ of those ladies, you're not breaking triple digits. Ouch. And that wasn't all. Rogan didn't hold back. He called The View a rabies-infested henhouse, accusing Sunny of performative outrage. Rogan took it further, pointing out the hypocrisy of The View's co-hosts, calling out how they criticised Carrie's patriotism while forgetting their own cosy history with Trump. Rogan didn't just drop the mic, he set it on fire and watched it burn. "I'm not going to let this slide," he said. Clips from his podcast quickly went viral, and fans went wild. The internet was set ablaze, with a mashup of Carrie's performance and Rogan's fiery takedown flooding social media. It was like a diss track come to life. The fallout? It was major. The entire internet split into two warring camps. Twitter became the battlefield, with people choosing sides left and right. Hashtags popped off, and the drama escalated. Joe Rogan was right. Cancel Sunny Hostin. Stand with Carrie. The tension was palpable. One beauty influencer on TikTok summed it up perfectly in a video that hit over 1.2 million views in just 24 hours. Joe Rogan just did what every Carrie fan was thinking, but couldn't say out loud. Period Reddit exploded with threads pulling receipts from The View's past, digging up old clips where the same hosts had gushed over Trump pre-2015. Joe didn't miss this chance to expose the contradictions. He aired those old episodes on his podcast, lighting up the hypocrisy in full force. Fans were shook. How can they criticise Carrie when they used to hug Trump like he was family? One fan tweeted. Another posted, "The same hosts that used to call Trump a friend now want to tear down Carrie for being patriotic. Y'all can't make this up." The contradictions were laid bare for the world to see, and the fans weren't holding back. The drama soon reached a level that felt like it belonged on a reality TV show. NBA wives got involved too. Savannah James, LeBron's queen, liked a post supporting Carrie. And that one little like? It exploded across the internet, getting screenshotted and reposted 10,000 times. That's when the true vibe of this drama started to feel like a Basketball Wives episode. As one Twitter user, "When Savannah James is Team Carrie, you know the vibes are off. Sunny done messed up." ABC was officially in crisis mode. Behind closed doors, network insiders were scrambling to contain the fallout. Ratings were dipping, sponsors were nervous, and the execs were getting grilled from all sides. According to one insider, this isn't just noise, it's turning into a full-blown reputational risk. Internal emails reportedly flagged Sunny Hostin's remarks as escalation material, sparking emergency PR meetings. The buzz? ABC was weighing whether to issue a public apology or quietly pressure Sunny to walk back her comments. One top-level executive didn't mince words, saying, "We're walking a tightrope here. This isn't the kind of controversy we can ignore." Even within the network, frustration was rising. Staffers whispered about the show becoming too volatile, and the mood was anything but calm. But Joe Rogan, he wasn't backing down. He came back for more. He mocked Sunny's logic, calling it high school debate level and accusing The View of dumbing down political discourse. The internet couldn't get enough. Clips of his rants were remixed into EDM beats, turned into memes, and shared across every platform imaginable. One IG user said it best. "Joe Rogan really said, 'Let me explain this like y'all got 3 brain cells.' Sunny better put on a helmet." Joe wasn't just throwing shade. He built a whole forest. At this point, the internet was in full investigation mode. Social media detectives started digging into The View's history, resurfacing old clips and receipts that exposed contradictions from the show's past. One clip from a past episode went viral, showing Sunny praising Kanye West before his controversial comments. The court of public opinion was in full swing, and it wasn't just about Carrie or Sunny anymore. It was about exposing hypocrisy. As it stands, Carrie's lawsuit is still rolling, and Sunny has remained radio silent. ABC? They're on PR lockdown, trying to figure out how to handle the situation without losing their audience. Meanwhile, Joe Rogan is probably sipping whiskey somewhere, laughing at how far this whole thing has gone. What's clear, though, is that this drama is bigger than just one artist, one host, or even one talk show. It's about freedom of speech versus defamation, about performative outrage versus honest critique, and about how far you can push the public before they turn on you. One performance, one comment. It's turned into a full-blown media brawl, and trust me, this isn't over yet. What do you think? Was Sunny out of line, or is this just part of the game in today's politically charged media world? Was Joe Rogan right, or did he take it too far? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because you know we're watching every single reply. And don't forget to subscribe for more unfiltered gossip, wild receipts, and the real truth behind the headlines. Until next time,